My name is Melvin J. Davis, and I'm a former professional basketball player. My best quality is cooking.
Hi, my dear. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going? Oh, you can stay seated.
Nice
Wow.
meeting you, Marco.
Hello, lovely meeting you.
Erica,
my dear.
nice meeting you.
Lovely meeting you, Mel.
So good to have you here. Thank you so much for making the time to do our interview.
Oh, thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. And we have your Rolls Royce in the back.
Oh, thank you.
Which
Is
looks
that-
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Is this your sweet ride?
Yes.
This is my favorite car, absolute favorite.
Thank you.
Is he very sounded proof?
Pardon me?
Is he very sounded proof?
The car?
Yeah, like
it's
it's very
soundproof.
silent when
No,
you
it's
drive
very
around.
quiet once you get it rolling. It's a
Okay.
pretty big car,
Uh-huh.
and I enjoy driving. I like classic cars.
Mhm.
I have a couple of sports cars, and I have this car and a few
Oh, okay.
others.
Well, that's a good habit. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So I restore them and I put them in car shows, etc.
Okay.
And enjoy them with my friends and my family.
Nice. I love that. And applause to this.
You bring them to the car shows. I love
Yes.
this. Beautiful.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit more about yourself, because you're a former professional basketball player.
Yes.
In fact, you're very tall.
Yes.
You're the one that you say hello. Yeah.
Actually, I'm not really that tall. I'm 6'6.5", but the average
wow.
height now in basketball players is almost like maybe 6'8", 6'9".
Okay.
And I played many, many years ago, but the game has changed quite a bit, and the ball players are very tall and very talented.
So you're saying that there is people taller than you?
Much taller than
Oh
me.
my gosh.
wow.
7 feet, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Wow,
yes.
wow.
And also, as a matter of fact, I went over to Europe and I played over in Italy.
Wow.
Italy, France, and Switzerland.
Uh-huh.
And I used to speak Italian fluently,
Yes,
Uh-huh.
but
yes,
I've
yes.
lost it because I didn't maintain it.
Okay,
Let me
yeah,
see if
fair
I-
enough.
Let me see if I can remember a little bit.
Try.
Io giocatore for 5 anni, io gioco con Milano, Svizzera, and Francia.
Correcto. Yeah, correct. Yeah,
Is it good?
Nice.
You
yeah.
understand what I was saying?
Yes, giocatore. Yeah.
Did you play in Milan, in Switzerland,
Sì.
and
Io giocatore con Milano, con Svizzera, Lugano,
Lugano in Switzerland?
anche Vichy Francia.
In Francia, vicino Francia.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Imagine, so how long have you been there in Italy?
I played there for 5 years,
Uh-huh.
and I have many relationships. As a matter of fact, in October,
Okay.
I'm going back for a reunion to see my teammates.
Wow.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to going back to Milan.
That's
Nice,
beautiful.
nice. And applause to this.
Well, thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
traveling for work as well is fun.
Yes,
Yes.
but I got to tell you,
Reunite.
I miss the cooking and I miss the wine.
Oh,
I
nice.
imagine, because you said that one of your best qualities is cooking.
Absolutely.
So Italy for you must have been
it was-
sort of an extension of your qualities. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it.
Where is
And,
this passion coming from?
Well, my parents,
Mhm.
because my parents was teaching me how to cook,
Mhm.
and I maintained it
Yes.
as I went on to college, and then playing professionally. And then when I went to Italy, and also I learned the culture and the customs in Italy, which were wonderful.
Yeah.
I also developed a taste for wine.
Yeah.
And my teammates there, they started teaching me how to do many, many different recipes,
Mhm.
which I enjoy today. One of my favorite meals is Milanese.
Milanese, yeah.
You know Milanese?
I
We
know a
love
little
that.
bit,
Oh, okay. And also the pasta.
Pasta. Yeah.
Amazing.
Cotoletta.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And also gnocchi.
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 Well said.
And also I can make my sauce from scratch.
Wow.
Wow, I
Well
mean,
done. That's
I mean, well
perfect.
done. I mean,
Well done.
hands
For
to you,
us,
hands
you are
over, hands
Italian.
over.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You passed the Italian test. Yeah,
Thank you.
next up is the citizenship. Yeah. And so, my dear, you were a professional basketball player, which is a big duty, I'd say. I mean, you gotta be very focused.
Yeah.
Maybe were you working out many hours per week before? How was your life as a professional basketball player?
Well, growing up, I was a swimmer.
Okay.
And then when I reached 13 years old, I grew up by maybe 6 inches one summer.
Uh-huh.
And then I lost all my coordination, so everybody started playing basketball.
Uh-huh.
So I started playing basketball.
Is it
And
so
then I
important to be tall?
Not necessarily,
Uh-huh.
but that helps.
Can you have just a good aim? Just
Well, it's just repetition.
okay, okay.
Repetition.
Just like
Yeah.
yours in Europe, soccer is your number one sport.
Yes,
Mhm,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So it's constant
Absolutely.
practice, it's
Yeah.
constant
Yeah.
repetition, playing
Yes,
the sport,
yeah.
and doing drills, et cetera. et
Correct.
cetera.
Yeah.
And so,
Practice the more.
yes.
Yeah.
And then I developed a passion for it. So I just kept playing constantly all the time. Developed, got on teams.
Yes.
And when I was on teams, I enjoyed it, and I started having some success.
Nice.
And I thought if I could continue to play, then maybe I could get a scholarship.
Amazing.
And I was very
Wow.
fortunate. When I came out of high school, I got a scholarship, and I had several.
Yeah.
And I decided to go to St. John's University.
Wow.
And I attended
St. John's was in the US.
Yes,
Okay.
in Queens,
Okay,
Jamaica,
Queens,
Jamaica, Queens.
Okay.
And I decided to go to St. John's University. And that gave me an opportunity to be showcased in New York to watch the professional teams and also let the professional teams watch me play.
Yeah.
So it was the Knicks and the Nets. And it worked out for me because I was drafted by the Knicks. I played for them for 4 years.
Wow.
And then after that, I said, there's a lot of basketball still left in me. And then here comes Italy.
Nice.
So then I went over to Italy and I played over there and I said, I like this. So it was a wonderful experience to understand the culture, the customs, and then also to speak the language.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I developed some relationships with my teammates, and it turned out to be a beautiful experience.
Nice. Do you have some Italian partners? So
Yes.
then-
yes.
Nice.
I'm going back to see them in October.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Many of my teammates. I'm going to see them in
yeah.
October.
Nice.
I'm glad to hear that. Yes. Especially, I think I don't know if you agree, but Italians and Americans, they have a lot in common.
Yes.
Exactly,
They're both
yes.
generous, both friendly,
Very
both for the family, right? Yeah. Well, what do you think? What was your?
Well, and another thing that's very, very important, they love clothes, fabric.
Oh yeah, yes.
And they're,
Oh, yeah.
they're excellent tailors.
Yes, they are.
And I got all my clothes made there. And if you gain 5 pounds or if you lose 5 pounds, they still fit you perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Because the
It's magical.
craftsmanship is unbelievable. It's magical.
Yeah. They're very craftsmen, I think.
Unbelievable.
They love
Very
that. Yeah,
detailed, probably
Yes,
is.
that's a key word. Very
And
detailed.
most of that, most of it is passion as well. Because
That's
when you're
true.
passionate about something, you also achieve that detail,
That's
right?
true.
Because you become so you are so into the craft
That's true.
that you are working
true.
on that you become very, very almost a perfectionist, right?
That's true.
Of the things you love. When you
That's
love
true.
something, right?
That's true.
Was this the same for you in basketball? Were
Yes.
you detailed and
Well,
perfect and
I just had to continue to work on my weaknesses.
of course,
And
yes.
once I decided what those were, but once I determined what I had to work on, my weaknesses, I just focused on that, and I kept working, and then I blossomed, and I started improving, and then I started getting looked at by the scouts, and things worked out for me after that. So I was very fortunate. Basketball has really changed my life. It's been very good to me.
What does it mean for you? What it's meant for you? You changed your life.
Well, first of all,
which ways?
from a financial standpoint, it gave me an opportunity to do many things I couldn't do before. Because when I grew up, I didn't have much money. My family didn't have much money, but they gave me a lot of support, and a lot of ambition, and also I helped them as well. So things worked out for us.
Nice.
I'm real happy about that.
And going back to the transitioning from, because you were a swimmer, right? And did you find in basketball something that, was it just, maybe it's different because swimming is more of a solitary activity rather than basketball, which did you like to have teammates, the team playing? Was it maybe that made you fall in love with basket?
Well, basketball is a little different because you're running, you're jumping, and you're shooting. So you're utilizing 3 different skills.
Yeah.
With swimming, you're in the water and you master certain strokes. And I enjoyed it, but it kept me in shape.
Yeah.
With
Yes.
swimming, you work your entire body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And basketball is a little bit different. You have to lift weights, you have to run, you have to keep yourself in shape, taking
Right.
vitamins, et cetera, and it all works. And in your formative years, it works.
Okay. So it was, and then you kept playing, and because you could have left at a certain point. But was it the success that kept you there?
Well, that's part of it. And also the desire to try to make the NBA.
Okay, nice.
Because
Okay.
there was an opportunity to make the NBA.
So you were shooting for the stars.
Absolutely.
Okay,
That's-
nice.
I like that.
Yeah, I
like
don't know. I see that every very successful person like yourself has always had a very big vision.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Exactly.
if you even listen to any successful entrepreneur, even a basketball player is entrepreneurship in the end, because you gotta work on yourself. You were mentioning vitamins, so you probably had a strict diet, right?
Oh, my whole life was very regimented. From working out, from getting my rest, from taking my vitamins. So all of that had to come into play and work coincide.
Yes. Anything that happened when you were not sticking to the schedule, like maybe the night before you said, I can hang out, and then the day after you pay the price, somehow.
Of course, you got to test it.
You gotta test it.
We all test it from time to time. But for the most part, I kind of stuck to the system and the regimen.
Indeed, yes.
And it worked out for me because you pay the price in the game.
Yes.
Because if you're not in shape, if you're not ready, if you're tired, it all comes back and it tells.
Absolutely.
It'll come back to haunt you.
No, I know exactly the regime you're talking about, and even at your level. I mean, I can just imagine.
Well, you know what was interesting? When I was in Italy, I used to go to see Paolo Rossi.
Paolo Rossi.
I used to go to see Paolo Rossi play in Milan.
Yes.
And I always went to see their workout, what their kind of workout was, which is a lot to do from the waist down, because they do a lot of running. But the drills that they did and etc. And it was very similar to basketball with the vitamins and the getting their rest and what have you. But they would be running miles during the match. We didn't run miles because we were running, jumping, and shooting. But those gentlemen, they were running literally miles back and forth. And I thought it was very interesting. I watched them.
So you had a similar workout for a different. So do you think that one of the two should have been different?
I'm sorry, Marco.
So if you had a similar workout, right? Maybe it should have been different, because if in soccer you run miles during the game, right? And they said you wouldn't run miles.
No.
You would ride.
I could, but I didn't have to.
Okay, I did.
But when I asked them, I said, "How do you guys get in shape?" They said, "We just run."
Oh yeah.
Okay, but I lift weights.
Okay,
I do different drills, things of that sort.
It's important to be big as well, like to have some that they can't push you around, something like that.
You muscles help, bulk helps, but you got to be mobile. You got to be flexible.
Yeah,
you got to be very flexible.
And okay, I love that. And the jump to the Knicks. How when did it happen? What was when you got the call? Who gave you the green light?
Well, unfortunately, I blew my knee out.
Oh.
See, I was playing in Madison Square Garden, and unfortunately, I had an accident and I blew out my knee. So I didn't play my senior year at St. John's University, but I still went into the draft and I got drafted.
Okay.
And then when I went into the NBA, there was still some kind of doubt regarding my knee being 100%.
Wow.
But I was fine. And things worked out for me, which I was very happy about.
Amazing.
And but once you get there, you got to stay there. That's the key. It's very hard to get there. Now you got to maintain your position, because every year you got another player coming out who thinks he's just as good as you.
True.
Is this one of the biggest challenges?
That's right.
While you are.
And there's only 12 uniforms. So they can't. Now they have 15 uniforms. They got 3 guys sitting behind the bench.
Still very few.
That's right.
Yeah. I think in soccer it's like 30 maybe, or 25.
It's definitely more than.
That's
definitely more.
I think,
football, I know there's more. Soccer, I think there is.
So how do you maintain to stay in the team, especially a big one like Knicks?
Exactly.
Well, you have to get an opportunity to play.
Oh,
if you don't get an opportunity to play, you filter out of the league, because they don't see you display your skills.
And how did you create this opportunity?
Practice.
Okay.
You play in practice and you display your skills then, and it's go on and on and on.
And did you ask your manager or the, how would you call the football coach? Did you went to the coach and say, "Coach, I want to have my opportunity"? What did you say?
Well, you can say whatever you want. It's up to him to give you the opportunity.
Okay.
And sometimes it'll present itself. You'll get the chance.
Okay.
What was the relationship with your coach like?
It was business. I mean, you can't get too close with them, but they'll give you an opportunity. But it's a job, and you do your job. And I mean, it's respectful, and you develop a relationship. but you mostly develop a relationship with your teammates.
Right.
Yes.
And a lot of them come and go. A lot of them get drafted, and they come and they go.
Yeah.
But it's a business. It's a job.
Absolutely.
And
I think
I got no regrets. If I had to do it all over again, I would do it the same way.
Oh, I'm
Got
sure.
no
Yes.
regrets.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Nice.
I wasn't even asking the question. I know.
Yeah.
Because we normally ask that, but I can see, when someone was on the right path, like in your case. Even though it could happen that maybe you wanted to be a singer or maybe an actor.
Has there ever
crossed your mind?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I know. I can't say.
Yeah. You sure? Give us
Or
a taste.
any other path?
No. I think that I tried a little bit of acting.
Oh.
I tried. I was in a couple of movies, B movies, nothing special.
Yeah.
And,
Still movies, yeah.
And I think it's important that I give back to the community and give back to the youth. And I donate my time a lot to the youth and teaching them the sport of basketball, which was so good to me.
Amazing. Yeah, that's
So
very good. Applause to this. Yeah.
The young
Yes,
people.
yes,
Nice.
boys and girls. And then also, I was a big brother, big sister. I worked with the Boys and Girls Club,
Nice.
and I also work at the Police Athletic League. It's very important because that's our future.
Indeed. Yes.
So
Absolutely.
you got to give back to them.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, when I was over in Italy, I was one of the first athletes to run a basketball camp over there
Oh wow.
in the summer.
Wow.
A lot of the players at the end of the season, they come back to the States. Well, I stayed, and I went to it was a Catholic school, I think, for nuns, and I ran a basketball camp there.
Nice.
It was very, very nice, and that was enjoyable.
Congratulations. And I mean,
But now in the NBA, I think 25% of the players are European.
oh.
And I think that's a direct result of the American players when they were there back in the 70s and the 80s
Yeah.
that they did these camps.
Yes. Yes.
I'm dating myself too.
Amazing.
70s and the 80s.
Wow.
But it was good.
And and now, so you live in Tuxedo, in the town of Tuxedo.
Yes, I do.
Okay, and because I guess you lived everywhere, basically.
Yes.
I mean, with the Knicks, you might have traveled
Yes.
all across the world. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you go to Japan as well? Some
Yes.
Brazil.
I've been fortunate enough to travel all over the place. I've been
Nice.
just about every continent. And when I retired from Europe, I moved to Rockland County, which is the next town over.
Yes.
And I was living in Montebello,
Yeah.
and raised my daughters there. And they went to a great school system, and great town, great area. We loved it. And then after they came out of the school system, we decided it was time to move on.
Yeah.
And we were looking to move, and then we decided on Tuxedo Park. We did our research,
Oh, okay.
and we love Tuxedo. It has so much to offer,
Indeed, yeah.
and it's beautiful, and it's quaint, and
It is.
a
It is
great
quaint,
community,
It is.
and it's like a melting pot.
Yeah.
There's people from all over the world that live there, different nationalities
Yeah.
and different customs, and we enjoy it.
Amazing. And applause to this, to find the right place.
Thank
Finding
you.
the place
Thank you.
Yes.
that you
Thank
feel
you.
like you belong or your
Oh,
happy
yeah.
place. In a
Oh
way,
yes,
Right?
and it's beautiful. I mean, a lot of trees, a lot of parks, a lot of lakes, mountains. It's beautiful.
Any moments in your life where you were not sure that, or maybe the workout and the routine and the schedule, and maybe the constraints given by the team coach? Because I know that coaches can say, guys, you don't go out in weekends, you get a rest. I know that you can have a strict life. Maybe it's a period of time where this was too heavy, and you say, I can't take it anymore. Maybe something like that.
No, I think your body really dictates to you when it's time to give it up.
Oh, when it's
Very
okay.
true, absolutely.
And
if we listen to it.
that's
right?
correct.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I've had 12 operations.
Well,
I've had 12 operations. I've had 4 operations on this knee, and I have 3 operations on this knee. I had a foot fusion. I had a shoulder replacement, and
Oh my gosh.
I have 3 cracked discs, ruptured discs on my back.
Yeah, let's wait a second. So sorry. So come again. The shoulder.
But I had a shoulder replacement. I had a hip replacement. I had 4 operations on one knee. I had 2 operations on another knee, and I had a foot fusion.
Oh my gosh.
But but that's part of the sport. It comes.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory. And again, I have no regrets.
Uh-huh.
But your body tells you when you can't play to a certain level anymore.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know
course,
when
yeah.
it's time to give it up.
Mhm.
So I decided when I retired from Milan, that
Mhm.
was it, and I came back, and that's when I resided in Rockland County,
Uh-huh.
and then I had to find employment.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
I found employment.
Did you see this coming when you had your first operation or your first fracture? Did you say, oh, it's hurting a lot, and then the big fracture happened?
Well,
Or was it something? Oh, I felt fantastic, and then this happened. Was it like unexpected?
I recovered from the operations,
Uh-huh.
but you're never really the same
Mhm.
after the operation.
Yeah.
of course.
But that's okay.
Uh-huh.
But again, you're going to play and do the best you can, but your body will tell you when you reach your peak. And
you-
you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because you have to be at the optimum level. If you can't be at the optimal level, then it's time to decide to do something else.
Of course.
So you're always pushing, even if maybe deep down in you, you know that you couldn't do that fast.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. So at 32, I decided to retire.
Okay. Oh wow.
32, you
At
said.
32,
32.
yes.
Wow.
But again, I had no regrets, and it was a wonderful ride,
Yeah. Of
a
course.
great journey, and I had a lot of fun. I did very, very well, and
And so many people would like to retire at 32.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's a
Well, you know
luxury.
something? Some people don't make it that far.
Oh yeah.
And some people make it even further.
Mhm.
But again, for me, I mean, I'm happy with my results.
Was right. Yeah. Well, it was
I
fantastic.
consider you
It
are
turned out very well.
content
Yeah.
and peaceful.
You're very wise as well. So.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And you were saying that you have a daughter, right?
I have 3 daughters. You see
Three
my hair?
daughters.
You see
Wow.
my hair? This is what daughters do to you.
Which ones?
I have 3 daughters,
Okay.
Marisa, Melanie, and Shayna.
Oh, beautiful
Oh,
names
right.
as well.
Yes.
How old are they? They're similar in age or?
One is 46, 45, and 38.
Wow.
Well, we have the same hair color actually.
What's-
Yes.
Just, mine are just
But you-
longer.
But you have, yes, you have more hair.
But I mean, yeah.
And what's the relationship with your daughters?
I have a great relationship with them, and I have 1 grandson, and the other 2 are not married yet,
Mhm.
but they're doing very well. They're very successful in
Do
their
you support
careers.
them in whatever they do?
absolutely.
Are you supportive of?
Absolutely. And they were athletes as well, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And they
Basket.
play basketball, they were
Nice.
swimmers, they play volleyball.
Do you ever coach them?
Yes.
Like you gotta do
Yes.
that.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I was trying to get them to get scholarships.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
But again, you reach to a certain point, it's like they don't want to do it anymore.
Mhm.
But that's okay.
But they were
But
having
they
fun.
started,
They
they
were
got
having
started.
fun,
Yeah.
But they're all successful, they're all doing very well.
Nice.
So that's all you can ask for your
Mm.
kids, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, something that I always wondered whenever I see a basketball a basketball game, can you just throw the ball wherever you are, and can you just throw the ball wherever you are, and aim for the goal?
Well, it's percentages.
Okay.
If you take a shot from the distance is too far, your chances of making it are very slim. But if you get in a certain area and you take a shot that makes sense,
Okay.
and the distance is a lot shorter, your percentages go up.
But the point is the same. So if you're very further back and you make the point, it's gonna be 1 point or 2 points. I can't remember.
Well, again, when I played, it was
Yeah.
2 points.
Okay.
Now there's an area now where you take a shot, you can make 3 points.
Oh.
That's how the game has changed.
Okay, it's changed.
Oh,
then.
okay.
It has changed.
Okay. Why do you think is that? Why is changed?
I like it. It makes the game exciting.
Yeah.
And then when the game is close,
Yeah.
and if you have players that are that skilled that
Uh-huh.
they can make that 3-point shot,
Oh, yeah, true.
keeps you in the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
True, very true.
Actually, you can have a team that you have different expertise.
Yeah,
Someone is very good at doing
And
the
that's what
three.
they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
They have guys that's rebounders.
Uh-huh.
They have guys that's shooters,
Yeah.
inside shooters, far distance shooters.
What was your specialty?
Yeah, what,
Rebounding.
Rebounders or the
Yeah.
3-1?
I was a combination of all 3. I could do everything very well,
Uh-huh.
but rebounding was my forte.
Okay. Did you ever smash and make all the window down?
Oh no!
And did you ever smash? I've seen this can happen.
have it. That's breaking the backboard.
Yeah, bring it.
I have, but not in the game.
Oh no, again
No.
at home.
do,
Yeah.
do,
Yes, in
you,
the
do you
tournament.
still remember your very, very, very first
Point, the first point.
The very first.
Yes, I remember when I first started out how and
Can you
motivated
give
me
us
and encouraged
a
me.
glimpse of it? Of a
Well,
memory?
you know, when you're 14 years old and you're trying to find yourself and you're trying to find a way so you can motivate yourself and keep
Yes.
you going,
Yes.
and you're playing in a game,
Mhm.
and you're doing very well, and you're helping your teammates, and then your teammates are encouraging you.
Yes.
Those type of things are what keeps you going.
Mhm.
Yes.
And it was very, very nice.
Right.
And that's why now I try to encourage and motivate young kids, boys and girls,
Mhm.
to do the same thing.
Well, it's
I
a
love
healthy
the-
sport. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that you remember the team support, which is
Yeah.
a
yes.
key point of
Mhm.
succeeding as well. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like yourself and the team as a whole
That's
makes
true.
the game. It's amazing. It's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Okay, my dear, you've been fantastic. Thank you so much
Oh,
for being with us.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Marco.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so,
you,
so
Erica.
much. It's been such a pleasure.
Okay.
And so, let's see who's
Next.